members of the TRC, distinguished Liberians gather here, commissioners, paramount chiefs, elders who arrived early this morning from Nimba County, former commandos of the Special Forces of the IMPFL now disbanded, to the great forces alert and Model, without whom democracy will not prevail today. Hyena being for these great forces fighting dictatorship to enthrone democracy, peace, and stability, Liberia would not be what it is today, and I won't be here called senator sitting before the TRC to give my account of the role I play. Before I go further, I would like to say that the last time I talked about Chairman Verdier, talked about Sheikh Afome Cornell and others, I would not ask anyone to recluse himself. I will not stop my story because some of them were involved in the process. I will go right on explaining my story. But my concern is that the people before whom we sit to explain our stories themselves have story to tell. And I do not know to whom they will stand to tell their story. These are the distinguished personalities who are responsible at the end of the day to come out with recommendations either for war crime or whatever against us or whoever. I just want you all to know that I have come here in obedience to my conscience and by popular demand of the Liberian people for me to come personally and be present off camera to tell the Liberian people and the world what led to the crisis that I was involved in and to let them know my role. I did not know many years back that there would be a TRC, that I would sit before it to explain. But what I did was I prepared for the future because I always look into the years with prayer. So I prepared my memoir. And don't be disappointed, don't be discouraged because many of you may want me to stand and just begin to narrate. I don't want to be distracted, so I will read most times from my memoir. And then at certain times, I will begin to explain orally. Many speakers have been here, they have explained their role. I listened attentively to the narration given by Dr. Fambula, a great philosopher, a professor. I listened to Comrade Joe Wale. I listened to so many people. What I'm here to do today is I explain along the line. I will make comments on most of those stories that they gave, not to condemn them, but to make amendments. Because in the narration, there were some omissions, and I will fill those gaps with whatever were missing there. I do not need to dive into 1847 because whatever those who came on this soil in 1847 were accused of or having one-party system, whatever those who came, Liberians who came back to this great nation, whatever they were accused of, I guess they paid the price in 1980 because they were overthrown. So I don't need to go back into that history, narrating who came here, who didn't come here. Now, my involvement actually started in 1985, November 12th. Minus 1985, I was an unknown soldier, quietly moving.
Minus 1985, I was an unknown soldier quietly moving around performing my duties as a soldier. That's the voice of the late Senator Prince Yomi Johnson of Nima County when he testified before the Truth Reconciliation Commission, TRC, in Liberia. Again, folks, would like to say good evening to all of you and a warm welcome this evening to BKS Television. Welcome to the Heat Hour Show here tonight. My name is Junior Payne. Alfonso Wumbo is here. Shadrach G. Togbe, the Glow agent, the ambassador of change from Glow Downplay is also here. So, folks would like to say welcome to the show this evening. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be a wonderful, wonderful conversation. We hope to be in a conversation with former, let's say, defeated candidate Cole Williams of Electoral District 5, Nema County. Cole Williams is part of our lineups for today. We are not certain whether or not we're going to have him. But again, Alfonso, let's welcome you to the show. I want us to discuss this issue of drugs in details. You know, many a times people say we discuss the issue, but we don't give the way forward. And there are two important topics we're going to be talking about today: drugs and war crimes code. How far is it? Why aren't we hearing about the war crimes code again in Liberia? What's going on? For how long we will keep waiting for the war economic crimes code to be established in Liberia? Couple of issues with that this evening. I would like to say welcome to all of you. B. Tama Matthew is watching us from Sano County. Tama, welcome to the show this evening. Togbe Matthew, welcome to the show this evening. Alfonso, let's hear you what's on your mind, Chief. Is it my network? I'm not hearing you, Alfonso. Shadrach, are you hearing Alfonso?
Okay, let me come back. Let me come back.
Okay, okay.
Now we're hearing now.
Anyway, Shadrach, let's start with you. Good evening and welcome to the show, my boss man. What's on your mind this evening, Chief?
Good evening, Junior, and good evening to our people across Liberia and around the world. Junior, thank you this weekend. I leave some of all we are. I leave few hours to rest. So it has been a cool day, a white day in Monrovia. So yeah, things are okay. We give God the glory.
What on your mind, Chief?
Okay, couple of things about the one that drew my attention this afternoon was a podcast I watched from how they call him, former representative how they call Alcaraz Brave District 8 Monserrato. So like he was saying he going to sacrifice interest for former President Weah to or for CDC to win 2029 election. So they are trying to get to everybody for a reconciliation and put their differences aside, political affiliation to come together as opposition to unseat Unity Party comes 2029. They even name our current senator, Senator Koga. They're going to get Senator Koga, Melvin Snow. You name the rest. Almost all the BB opposition, figures. They name most of them. They're going to work with them so that he can unseat Unity Party. So the question that came to my mind about Honorable Gray, what interest he is talking about? That he never certified for the 12 years he was in power as representative for District 8, Monserrato, and a key member of CDC. What interest at this time? Is it out of power and now you get interest? We did not see the interest when we were sitting lawmaker for 12 years. So I was asking myself these questions. So sometimes, a limit to understand the kind of deception in our society that no politician carry against the common people, try to confuse the mind of the commodores who do not understand how those guys are playing on them to get their riches. So I kind of was confused about Liberian politicians. They only know the best ideas, they are good when they're out of power. But when they are there for years, for decades, decade plus, they don't see those ideas. Why? When they didn't realize that you will sacrifice interest for somebody to win for what, to do what new. So we will, as I said, we'll discuss a couple of issues. That's why on my mind this evening. There are many things that we discuss about, but we can't explain everything as what on our mind. For now, I will turn over to you and get back to other panelists. Thank you.
Thank you, Shadrach. You raise a very serious concern and a very important point, and I think we have to discuss that. Why is it our politicians who have served us before and have not done anything for the people keep coming back, trying to seek power? What is wrong? Is it because money is in the area? Is it because they are not professionals? Without politics, they cannot get any other job to do? Is it because they are not trained enough? Shadrach, I think we need to discuss that. But Alfonso, let's hear you what's on your mind this evening, Chief.
Thank you, John. You getting me now, right? Okay, thank you.
Yes, yes,
It's my pleasure to be here. Yeah, it's my pleasure to be here this evening. To have our candid opinion on issues confronting our nation. Let me say good evening to my brother Sadra and other people who are still listening or making their way to come. You know, there are so many things on my mind, but what's the point Sadra just stressed? It had to oversee what is on my mind. Let me just say this: I'm not saying this just because of such article Akara's grace alone, but so many politicians in our country who in the past have served us, and we cannot see difference since 1847. And some of them came to power since 1985, and they are still around the political corridor. But we are not seeing different from them. And yet them still they will still when another government come to power, they say the government is not in the interest of the people and they want to go back to because they are in the interest of the people. I don't know which interest is it. But again, our people just need to as a nation graduate from deceiving ourselves, following politicians for little or nothing, not listening to some of their rhetorics they made all around the corner. You know, we are people of the massive, people of this, that. When they get to power, they don't know the massive any longer. I think we need to change the political dynamics of our country by standing tall against those guys and resisting them by all costs to see how we can see our country moving forward. What John went the back?
I think so.
Oh, okay. Say I finish talking my me welcome our man see how it is so get to my man the man you open how they call it so get university professional out this and that all that kind of thing. Now someone tell me say oh dear man phone I say wait now which one are the group they bought open let me be skeptical to join before I can join political group yeah.
No. It's beyond politics.
Yeah.
We people, you are right, and that's why with a little concept I did up there, it was clear, and it's not one man thing. The district we come from is very big. The Zogas Territory District is a very big district, and we need to give back to the community. And we have a lot of professionals. You see, for example, big computer men over there, Sadra and the rest of the folks. Other are also, professionals, in finance and the rest of economics and what have you. How we can get back
Just call on me. Say I find out man to money people.
to the community. So we are thinking of doing, a lot of great things, advocacy for the community, infrastructure wise, how professionals can get together to help young folks that are also coming after us to also know the importance of education as well. But like we open a chat room, there are a lot of conversation. The reason we open a chat room as a messenger chat room now, you get to people on Facebook easily, and then WhatsApp, because I may not have I could have your WhatsApp. Cedric will not have my WhatsApp. So from that point, others will add, and then at the end of the day, we'll transition to WhatsApp. So I mean, it's a platform that we all need to build. It's far, and, beyond politics. It's about our district. Zogas Territorial District is one of the biggest territorial district, starting from Zogbao going all the way up to Butuo to the border. So it's a very big, because the upper Zoga on this side you get Zogbao, and then on that side you got a Nikwea, you get a Yao, you get a Yao,
Yeah,
Nikwea,
yeah. We
Uye. I
no.
think no, yeah, I think yeah. So I think we are around like either 6 or 7 clans within the Zogas Territorial District. So we cannot have only Zuzuko, which is the student arm. No, we need the professional side. For example, when WAEC or WAS is coming, how we can contribute to the community, and to also be a voice in the community to identify lapses, to also do recommendation to our leaders. It is not that one is far from politics. But Alfonso, thank you for bringing out. Today I saw something on the social media. I actually broke down, and it shows how our community, most time people lost their life. Many people who are contributed to the society. This guy Kwame, he got a very good platform. Kwame Opa Weeks. And, just screaming today, I came across. If you ever heard the name George Lobo, like
Yeah,
yeah, on
popular.
the very popular, radio man, Web of Kings FM, a lot of those, the BB radio station, and his last professional work was at ERBC. And when they talk about sport journalists in the country, you talk about DJ, a lot of media activities. He's very grounded in that, and his voice is actually commanding on the microphone. So most time when you don't see people around, people just feel you travel. But to my utmost surprise today, we saw Frank, Patrick, this guy Kwame screaming because he's not well. There's a knock on his neck here, but the medical people will call it anyway, true, and then he has some problem. He's not even talking well in this place. So to just summarize it, the guy from that's out of one of the shareholders from SP, according to a madam, were able to underwrite the course, and they took him to Ghana, and they run the diagnosis, and it was somewhere last year in November. So they needed to they needed to go back in January for another examination. So now they took him the result. They are saying they need to take him to India very quickly. Is hearing affecting his brain or a mental like that? He's not even identifying people. So just sitting in my corner, I was like, and according to the madam, they even engaged the current administration of ERBC, and they granted an audience. But then how much they raised? 9,000 Liberty with $85. That was
Jesus
what
Christ.
so I mean, seeing that kind of brain and that kind of iconic person lying down in a chair, helpless, he just kept sharing tears. But the good thing is that sometimes when thing is happening to you, it's good to share it with people. So this day today, somebody want to speak to them, and then they just run, and they say, "Oh yes, I think we can get to Kwame. He can help." So that's how they started live streaming, and a lot of Liberians from the diaspora and Liberia They started to come in with contribution. Senator Johnny Pay came in and all, a lot of Liberians, people donating. I mean, it was really, really marvelous. I saw the recording when you were already off, but it actually broke me down because sometimes our country people who serve the nation, they require to be respected and pay back, because when you work for your country, it's good to pay back. It could happen to any of us, but it was very sad today. I mean, by the grace of God, I know from the step now that Kwame took, I think from that point, he will be helped. And jokingly, now everyone knows the Dopan. Some people can call him DP. So I mean, I just thought to bring it out too, so that maybe people in the public can know about that. When you go to that guy page, is I think PRO perspective, something like that. So once you
Yeah,
go there,
I saw it.
so yeah, I mean that was what I had to say. So Alfonso, I want you guys to also connect most of our brothers who are also in the diaspora, who are now connected to the group, to also get along so that we can expand the conversation to go beyond that. I know there are a lot of educated people in Zoga and Sajua and I one.
I mean,
So
at DK Nolo people, DK and people living plenty
I
together.
mean, I've added more than 30
That
some
one
more
person,
human beings.
that one person sitting over there with the glasses.
That the first group I added.
Yeah.
Oh, talking about the our new
So
Zogas.
Gabashian community.
Yeah. Chris Lee, welcome to the show. CEO, welcome to the show. John is on the phone, that's why. So why you got in your mind, Chris Lee? Then we'll go to the CEO.
Thank you. Thank you. Let's say good evening to the CEO and good evening to all the panelists. Where my dear brother said what he just spoke from. I followed it this evening, honestly, roughly about 2 hours ago. And I think Kwame is doing well because he started this 2 years ago, where he will go into the community and interview those cases, all those people who are sick, who have been ill over the years. He sometimes interview them. But for George, issue today is like, I think our society, our institutions, that those people are serving in Liberia needs to do better. Because if, like example, here with ERBC, for example, and ERBC is a state radio or state institution, I think when your former employees has critical issue, I think they have to intervene. Even the PU of Liberia, the president of Liberia, this guy been part of your institution, and he been ill. I don't know if they been intervening. I can't tell, but I think it's pretty enough when their member has some issue. They should be able to intervene to see how best they can, help in that process. But for our brother, it's somehow frustrating that somebody who has control on the microphone, when he sits behind the microphone, people who do no journalism, they will tell you that he's one of the best Liberia have. But look at the situation today, you can't move, or you're not able now to sit behind the microphone or to do what you have to do now. It's somehow frustrating for our community and our society, and I hope that those institutions you said before, other permanent sons and daughters of Liberia can intervene to see how best he can have a better treatment. And my next thing has to do with Alfonso. Like a few days ago, there were issues in Ganta about the PURG institution, and some of us been having students in that institution. Like me, I have few students who are on my financial aid in that institution, and a lot of calls we been receiving the past couple of weeks now.
The offer time.
Yeah, the one I'm smoking on the offer time.
Your problem is bound.
No, when I can ask question again, Shadra. I just see what question I ask.
No, see, we expanded out when we have the financial capability. We will be able to expand it out, but for now, it's quite around District 9 to just 6 for now.
So, when you're trying to go outside.
Yeah. So
Not,
and
not, yeah, the name building your constituency, so you got to build it first from your home, then you can come out. Because the main I mean one become representative, we already know about that.
no man, no man. You know right now. Yeah. So they have been calling us, and I hope that people who are speaking in an institution can see how best they can resolve the issue at institution, so those students can return back on campus. Uh, I know some of them going back the EB, some of them going back in Do, and like that, of course, they kept calling us all the information we're getting. But I hope that people who are spearing the lesson at Johnson Institution, the board can meet with the faculty to see how best they can resolve that issue, where the problem coming from, so the students can return back on campus. And then me, like some of us will pay our money, or they never completed the institution. When the student return to campus, I think it'll be another new semester. We don't know it's another issue. But we hope that they can solve it. So that issue right
Yeah,
now on my mind,
you
Alfonso.
you will have to get to the administration to get that information. Don't ask all yet. So welcome to the show, CEO.
You know, myself, I'm big in the scholarship, providing scholarship for NIMBA students in Liberia. Alfonso, you just say you know that. So when I hear someone talk about offering scholarship, I have to ask question. I was maybe it's something that my people from District 5 can also benefit from. So that's why I asked that question. But overall, yeah, again, your thanks for coming to the show. Again, always appreciative. I just have a few things to highlight. Actually, two things. One, as we continue to grow as an institution, a media platform, we're trying to rebrand. We are trying to make adjustment as we grow. We're trying to bring on new people to help our platform. So today we are announcing a new program uh, that is going to be called Educational Talk. So this will be hosted by my cousin Augustine Don, and this will be every Monday from 4 to 5 p.m. Liberia time. So we look forward to branding that program, talking about education, and the goal is to have other people from around the world who have those expertise to come in and talk about it. So I will be, inviting folks from here, from the U.S., from different backgrounds, not just Liberians, but our friends from here, from the other side of the world too, who will hopefully be joining Augustine on Monday from 4 to 5 to talk about education. I believe any society that wants to strive, education plays a critical role. It's the bedrock for any, great society. When you talk about China, you talk about America, they are all investing to education from STEM to technology and education. So if we're going to see a better Liberia, better Nima County, we need to invest a lot in education. And I think by using our platform as a means of disseminating or conveying these type of messages to our people, it will hope to make a positive impact. So we look forward to it. It's going to be on Monday, starting this Monday, next Monday. So Augustine is going to be on there. We're trying to bring him on here one of these days to talk about his show on this program. But yeah, look forward to that on Monday. Let's invite other people to be able to join there and talk about it, because our institution, our station is not just politics. We want to get involved with other things from healthcare. There are so many things that we are doing behind the scene, but we have on Thursday, on Friday and Saturday, we have the gospel hour. We have Reverend Blooming Zoa who comes on here on Friday. He preaches in English, and then on Saturday he preaching 100% in our Dan language dialect. So I don't know if you guys are aware of it, but that's something that when he comes on there, I urge all of us to try to share it too. So there are so many programs that working on. We are looking forward to making this platform a very good one for Nima County, where it's a stage where people come here and talk about things, educate our people, disagree with policy, and all those things. So I'm excited about that. So I just thought to share that with all of us. And then the second thing here is our guest for tomorrow, Honorable Larry Youngquay. He was not able to appear the last time because he had some engagement in Nima County and he was out of coverage ever. So he will be here tomorrow. He has consented. He has agreed. The stage is set. So he's going to be our guest tomorrow. There's going to be a firing show. It's going to be a really nice one. And we look forward to hosting him on here. And then lastly, before I turn it, my team won today. We won our first game. I just came from celebrating. So
What better win?
The cheating penalty again.
So we won
The
our game.
penalty to win.
They call it theater of dream. That way we, share with them, my Peking share with them again, alluded that we win this type of way. So yeah, that's the start of it. But overall,
when I see you, I see you all just like they struggle your son, man. The way you grow your BS and all the things, just like you exactly.
Yeah.
They call it struggle to my ball.
So yeah, I'll stop there for now.
The guys don't know that Man United are done unthinkable things, right? They don't know.
Yeah.
Man United are come from 13th place and won Premier League. 13th place.
Those days.
Ferguson days, though. Now Ferguson days.
Yeah. That those days, man.
That was big. We weak women Galata.
Can't this day come on 13 people gonna win? Let's see. I beg you.
Man United is currently sitting 9th place on Premier League table. I gave them tomorrow. Even tonight it will drop after 20.
No, go 16. No, go 16 tomorrow.
16. I gave them only tomorrow. But anyway, folks, always we're going to be here to discuss the issues in Liberia, discuss issues outside of Liberia. Our guest that's supposed to appear today, we are not certain whether or not he will appear. But like I said previously, our intro, I want us to shed a little bit light on the issue of drugs in Liberia. New folks have taken over the Liberia Drugs Enforcement Agency. What are you expecting from them? That will be our first discussion. And our second discussion is this issue of war and economic crimes code in Liberia. How far have we gone with it? What is the hold on that we're not hearing anything about the war and economic crimes code again? And what are the way forward? Because most often people say we discuss the issues, we talk about the problem, but we don't give solution to these problems. So this come around when we discuss a topic, I want us to make recommendation. We don't know who is listening. Probably the speaker might be listening, or any other representative might be listening, and they will discuss it on their floor. But let's start with this issue of drugs. Now, new folks took over. What are you expecting from them? What are your expectations? And how can we fight this issue of drugs as a country? Grace Lee, good evening and welcome to the show this evening, Chief. Let's start with you.
Thank you, Jim. The issue about the just issue, I think it should be concern of every one of us that has relatives or families in Liberia, because the way the country was looking 10 years ago is not how it's looking right now. Even in school, children are taking drugs on the campus. So I think we all have to join the government, not just about the government alone, but entire citizens of Liberia, so we can fight against this. Because the reason for me, I'm looking at this is Mr. Biago, who's there took over. I think he will do it better. He will try his best because somebody who came from security background, who served in that security for years, and he understands most of these issues that have to do with the drug issue in Liberia. So that's one of the best appointment President Walker have done for NIMBA. She made, of course, after the appointment immediately, when in balancing as a veteran, your appointment is one of the best that NIMBA we are proud of. And I think he will do his best. But I think the government too have to go beyond because you
Grace,
cannot fight
Grace,
just yeah,
Grace.
yeah.
I want to make this the former Director General Anthony
Mhm,
Sow was from
mhm,
Nima. He from New Goma play. He came from a security background. He has been working with the same DA before. He has a
mhm.
couple of experience, over 30 years of experience in the job. But again, if the president sacked him, the president took him from the work. So if another Nima man is coming, I mean that's a boost to us, but we take it as a challenge again. So let's hear you, Chief.
Yeah, you know that area right now, that DA needs radical person. That entire DA right now, it needs radical person, not dramatic. It needs somebody who's very radical. Like I don't support Abraham Kroman before, but a few times Abraham Kroman spent there, you are radical in your approach. The entire DA right now to curtail these things in Liberia, you don't need some person. You need someone very radical who will go radical on this issue. So I think that Diago who you know coming from your I think your ERU boss or whatsoever before coming to that era, he bringing the radical experience, he bring all the thing the character you think that somebody have to use. So of course we can't get rid of Johnson like 100%, but we can minimize the maybe to certain level that people will be afraid. And again, as I said, the boy is in the government core. And for example, the government needs to invest in the DA to fund the jobs. Because if you have somebody, as I said before the show, if you have somebody who fought against you, I think the person you have to pay that person a good money. That be real. People say somebody say, oh, pay thousand. Even in America here, you have to pay those people. People for just are money people. They are rich people. So if you have somebody who will even want something far going against that person, I think the government had to post that in play that if you are red George dealer will give you $2,000. If you are red George dealer will give you 1,500. If you can put these things in place and where to was it, I think will make a difference. For example, in America, here in the security sector, right? It depends how many tickets you offer out there. Tickets. You get ticket, you get 10% on that ticket every year. If you offer 1,000 tickets, they push your rate up. We can introduce that in Liberia. If you're a red George dealer, we get 1,500. You're a red George dealer, get 2,500. If you put this mechanism into place, you will get rid of, you'll be able to catch people going around, breaking the ghetto down, during the not solve the problem. But there will be a system put into place that will be well implemented that any DO officer who will red George dealer or who will show George dealer, you get 1,500 US. You get 2,500 US. If you do that in Liberia, trust me, if you do that in Liberia, trust me, less than 1 month, where all the drug dealers are, the same themselves show those people. So the government have to invest into that entity, invest more money. Because the drug dealers themselves, they are rich people. They can control the dealer anytime, they can control the officer. So we have a procedure in place, sitting themselves to be involved into the process. That would be my thought.
Thank you, Grace. Thank you so much. Shadrach, welcome. Let's hear you on this.
Yeah. So the trust issue is every one of us had to go fight. We as Liberians need to work together in every community like people doing currently to identify places those guys can gather to take the drugs, number one. Two, not just identify the users, but also to point out the sellers. Three, the government need to be strategic at the very entry points of our country to know what comes in and who comes in. What are they bringing? What I want to say again about the drug issue is I think there should be a level of monitoring aspect on diplomatic level. More often, people use the diplomatic system to bring in drugs in our country because they can be like they can be vetted, know that luggages whatsoever cannot be searched like the way they do the ordinary people. So some of these things, there are big people who begin the drugs in the country, like one of the DA administrators said. It's not joke. It's a cartel. And like Chris No regularly said, people who deal with drugs, they are rich people. No poor man will go out of country doing drugs easily. No way. High class government officials, some allegedly, as no the deal administrator said, and some are big business people that they are on to the market level. They got to the passport. When they get to the airport, they just enter with ease. No, fourth point I want to say is the security as apparatus need to be patriotic, number one. Two, they also need to be compensated with some incentives that will impress them or motivate their effort in terms of fighting drugs. If you get to the airport, when you travel around the world, when you get to the Liberia airport, the way security asks people for handout and tips. So it tells you that someone who just asking ordinary men for $2-3 at the end of the day, what happens to the men who come in with $1 million or $1 million worth of goods? He give you $1,000. You worship a person and just take your things out of the airport and you don't know what you're carrying after security. And besides that, they too much of friendship in Liberia. People attached with everybody, get somebody traveling, coming, they get interest to cross people. Kind of, I have seen it a lot of times, and when I'm traveling, guys, I know I have seen it. So these are factors that we need to attack, not just going after the ghetto guys and whatsoever. Like we normally see now. Secondly, the government needs to create rehabilitation center across the country. When you get the people, confine them somewhere, treat them till they just out of the system, give them skills that when they come back, they will not be vulnerable to society. They will have something or skills to at least do something to live on it. When the man is feeding himself, he feel happy that okay, he's doing something. He will not go astray. But with the current leadership, how they call Chris rightly said, we need somebody that is radical, somebody that is vigilant. I know Dago for a couple of years now, when he was in ERU's PSU commander. He's a very tough person, straightforward. I think today he had his first meeting with a leadership. So I believe that he will do things differently than the past leadership because Mr. Subden, they have no diplomatic women who believe in doing something soft, dealing with people, let me put in a simple English, easier way. So there's one issue is in the need drastic step. Somebody is very vigilant to take action and stand by as a young man like Biago. So I think he will do the best. He may not be 100% as per our society, no condition. But I think he will do the best to help the president and the government at large to bring down some of the drug issue as no country. But these are major factors I just named to you previously about how people enter this country, diplomatic level, and a lot of things, play in the drug issue. So we got to look into the fewer factors to just focus on it instead of looking at one aspect, taking the boss from the street, taking the guests from the street. It will not only help us, but we're going to attack the seller, the importer. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Shadrach. Thank you very much. CLT, let's hear you on this issue.
Yeah. As we all know, the issue of George Dion, I think is no secret. And the appointment of Beago, not because he's an Nimbayan, but I think he got some fair history in the police force. He has served, the police for a while now, very professional. Young man, I don't want to say the old man who was there did not do well. No, he played a part. But most time when people are serving, when you are getting older, the current day reality sometimes is required because the old security guys, the old folks, He also need the fresh brains and young and vigilant guys to come in. But to be frank with you, on the other side, it might sound funny, but I don't know what's the cause of why when appointment are done at DEA or recent or even in previous regime, there are always fight. I don't really know. So that also the justice minister will also need to do some thorough investigation as well because even the current guys that were dismissed into information had have it that there were a lot of rigmarole between the senior staff and even the last recording I came, it was actually terrible because it also shows how job trafficking is on the increase in our country because if you see senior staff giving mandate to officer who goes on the field to arrest, that just one they could capture, but others that have been happening in the corner, and far above even the guy who is on the field, it show some level of threat our society is under. So I mean, it's a very hard thing. Like most people are recommended that the issue of even the dogs, people should work on it to make it available in Liberia, and the security should also beef up more training. And I agree with people who also say that they need to be overhauled in a DEA. It may not be the same as they did to the AFL, but at least there should be some considerable action that will also overhaul the DEA. To be frank with you, there are a lot of people even in the DEA, they don't even have the requisite training. They will just take them after. I know people. I know of people who are in the DEA. They did not go through formal training. Once they got connection, 2 weeks, the next thing you see them in a black uniform. And once they don't, the guys are now on payroll. They are volunteering, and drugs is a very big and wide cartel. So once you see people operating, on our scope, it become a problem because the man is now on payroll. He's not in power. Why you depend? Why you depend? Why you expect the guy to get a living from? So sustainability and also the issue of empowerment to the DA is another thing. And all of what we are saying, if the DA cannot get a sophistication, it cannot work. All of what we're saying, because machine to even detect, probably they may have some, but do they have the machine that is up to date in terms of the current day reality, how security track drugs, at various airports and what have you? Go to the airport, you get there, you see people rushing with people bag, they moving away as if they are coming to one village with no security, sometimes no thorough security check. Once the man is minister or the man is director or somewhere, the man can't show a passport, he's moving. But in other areas, you see people will stay in line, their bag will be checked through the machine and everything. So I mean, we expect that Bible will do it best, but if most of these recommendations that other people who have knowledge to the judge enforcement are giving, if they can, and the government cannot adhere to, then it's still a problem. And the issue of judge is not today. It has been an age-old thing. Whether this government, last government, it require everyone. For me, I'm victim because I got my little brother who are fall prey to that. We have done everything. The only thing we can see when the man, when he gets home, and what he get to collect, he collect that whole. Once he get in the people place, if everybody now put their money in the bank, whether you get 5 cents, you gotta put it in the bank. Everybody got their door key in the house. So you go to, so it's a very, I mean, alarming situation that everyone is affected by. So we expect that Bergo will do well. But once you don't have the support, the budgetary support and that of the requisite training and the sophistication, it will not still go nowhere. Because even you bust the ghettos at the end of the day, the guys will still regroup. In the words of Vandera Patrick, the guys will still regroup. So nothing else you can do. You have to, the guys will, you pause the place, the guy will still regroup. And that thing to conclude, right, Gian, what I've seen is that, like my Gian brother, we are taking him to like 3 rehab center now. The guy will be okay when they bring him back home after a certain time. And as soon as he gets into a community, the guy will instance. You're living in certain community. So he gets there, he just got connected in less than 2-3 hours. 2-3 hours. So it's a very big when you are not into it, you don't even know what is happening. You can be standing, the guys are transacting, they are operating a language you don't know. So for me, in my mind, my recommendation would be to totally overhaul the DA. People who and there should be stand out, even join the DA. That because people saying they should give it to the military. The military, their function is not, and you know that that's not a statutory responsibility. The military can release them. Their role is to go at the war front, protect all our sovereign territory. But if you get and the way the military can interact, DEA can interact that are the guys, they are trained for different operation. So for me, that's how I see it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Siawite. Our guest will be joining us very shortly. Mr. Cole Williams will be our guest tonight on the show. If you join us, we'll go strictly to his interview here this evening. But let's welcome to the show Mr. Maverson and Davis. Mr. Maverson, what's your take on this issue?
Thank you. Thank you ever so much. The way I see it is a bit different. I don't think being vigilant in terms of having the rough nature is going to help drugs, like somebody was talking. the new entrant and that of Omer Anthony Saul, we have to be prepared and serious as a government and people. That's the only way we can be able to combat the whole drugs issue. And one of the things that can happen to us as Liberians, we don't reference our history, we don't follow things. If you follow the Truth and Reconciliation truth-telling process, when Joe Wallace appeared, he was very candid about the issue of drugs and speaking to the future of drugs. But we did not take heed as a community and we didn't act. He said clearly, if you should follow his revelation, that in the South region, the drug cartel are looking at Liberia as a major transit point. And they are feeding people across different sectors. They are making their own government officials in strategic places. And he said,
Yeah. I think Mr. Maverson driving, so his internet will be giving some little problem. But folks, if you just joining us, you're listening to
That Sergio Donatio, that Sergio trying to hold that man there.
Depois em advance contra explain eu sim onde na tua e eu ia
So if
me
you
ainda
just-
para em butu
you say what?
welcome back. Welcome back, Mr.
someone
Maverson. Let's
in
hear it.
America but I never the part was there in butu
No, I'm driving, that's all.
it
So,
doesn't matter.
as I was saying, he said if care is not taken, it's just the matter of 5-6 years, Liberia will fall prey to drugs. And some of the things he said happening. We have a by-election in Monrovia and District 18. Kennedy was heavily accused of being a drug lord. There was no one to move in to having cross-check or thoroughly check. They allow him. He went to the process. He won Representative Papi Flombo. Today, he's a representative. And those are people. Those are the people who will be making policy for our country. And so today, our electioneering process has been monetized to the point where the highest bidder becomes the winner of elections. And people don't even cross-examine, they don't cross-check, they don't know the sources of money that people are using for political powers. And even people who recommending the appointing authority, who goes in what position, all of these things can be undermined by the very drugs cartel. And so you send somebody and you think that they will work, but in actuality, they are there to work for people who funding them. So it's a process that has to be looked at holistically. The entire security system has to be overhauled. People character has to be taken into consideration. Our election process has to be free of dollar rising. So if you can do that, then yes, you can fight the drugs process. And again, there's no much resources allocated for DEA, no logistics, nothing. But yeah, you think that somebody who looks violent in nature is good for the position and will succeed. You're living in a dream world. It will not help. Drugs will continue to eat the fabrics of our society because we are not ready and we will not make any significant change. I don't see Biago making any significant headway because the system remains what it is. You have to do the needful in order to help Biago succeed. If not, it will be just another Anthony Soul. Thank you.
Thank you. Don't bring our Ome in our team. Just sack our Ome. And he's talking about you will be another Anthony. So, anyway, folks, we'd like to say welcome to the show this evening. Those of you just joining us via Facebook and YouTube, you're listening to the Heat Tower here on BKS Television. Like we said in our headlines for today, former Representative Kennedy of Electoral District 5, Nema County, Honorable Cole Williams, will be our guest on the show. And thankfully, Honorable Cole Williams is here this evening. Honorable Cole, good evening and welcome to BKS Television. How you doing, Chief? You are muted. Just unmute your mic a little bit.
My what?
Hey, we can hear you now.
Okay, you are okay now. Welcome to the show, Chief.
Thank you very much.
I mean, it was, I don't know, I should say, a really tough battle in Electoral District 5 since the election. I think this is a first appearance on any other platform. Am I correct?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Great. How you doing, Chief? How is it like? How was the process?
I'm doing great. I'm doing fantastic. I just what happened was that I spent so much time in the district running after the whole, campaign and stuff. So I kind of neglected my business a little bit, and I kind of lost a lot of money because my farm, in Liberia, when you are not present, people tend to, steal from you. People tend to mismanage your stuff. So, you know, I just been trying to put my business in order. Yeah, but everything was good. It was a great experience.
As a, let's say, a newbie into the electoral process in Electoral District 5.
Gio, before you start hitting my brother with questions here, let me interject you real quick if you don't mind. So, Mr. William, welcome, my brother. Mambuya, brother.
Thank you.
The man that speaks the Nikwa Gio fluently than any other person that I know. My brother, before we start the show, kindly, if you don't mind, man, I know you got a lot of followers and stuff like that. I think I sent you a message. Would you kindly mind sharing our show on your platform so we can get?
Listen, I think I've given you guys more publicity than you guys ever had. With the last interview. You understand? That last interview went viral, right?
And I did get asked a question. But
that last interview went viral. It was crazy, and trust me, there was so much heat on me, but it is what it is, man.
I understand. So yeah,
but before we proceed, I just want to make a little statement to the people.
Wow.
the whole situation. I haven't really thanked them, But I would like to thank all the people of Buyao, all the people of District 5, District 7. And I know a few days before the election, there was some violence that, took place in Dameplay and Florida area there, which was very disappointing.
Mm.
But I would have liked, for the National Election Commission to be, more aggressive and stern, when it comes to stuff like that, because people really got hurt. It took a lot of peaceful, respectful, and I just want to thank the people of Buyao. I want to thank everybody, whether you voted for me or you didn't vote for me. It is not important. The most important thing that is that the campaign was peaceful. And I want to thank you people. I want to shout out some names, like my father, um, Pa George Capulet of B Play. I want to thank Pa uh, 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 Game ES Miame. I want to thank Papa Peter Copper. I want to thank my Oma in Mutuo, Mamawa. I want to thank so many people. I want to thank, and these were people who were very instrumental in my whole campaign process. I want to thank each and every person, who helped me, and hopefully we will see again. I will come and visit them, and we're gonna do a lot more things together. Yeah, that's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable. Welcome again to the show this evening. I know it must have been a very tough battle, but you did your thing. The people stood by you in their own ways. But what was it like for you? How was the process like for you? What were the challenges that you faced, and what are some of the difference that you can make in that direction?
The challenges were phew, so many challenges. Infrastructurally, it was so challenging, especially with the roads and the weather at the time. The roads were so bad that, you know, every time, your car's breaking down and you have to fix your car, you got to do this, you got to do that. It was so challenging, and I don't think it should be like that. We are living in 2025. And when you see the infrastructure in our district, it's so sad, my brother. Nothing is over there. And sometimes I say, but don't our people see? Don't our people look around and say, but isn't there a better way? Because I was a child who grew up in Buyao, born and raised, and I was able to look around my surrounding at a young age and say, this is not for me. I need to get out of here. And I was able to get out of, there and, make a better life for myself. So I feel like out there, they're not ambitious enough, they're not they so one of the
So,
major challenge over there also is the mindset of the people, man. The mindset is so.
Shadrach,
Yes.
what happened to LTA again?
No, so he's on his farm
Real
in
quick, 1 minute,
Congo.
1 minute.
Sometimes
Okay.
when the man uses a phone, when you receive local call, it will no interrupt the internet, no connection.
Yeah, we are hoping to have a wonderful conversation tonight. The honorable man speaking a little bit disappointed. I don't know whether he will go back to Booyah again or contest because with the way he's speaking, I don't know. But if you're just joining us on the show, folks, would like to say good evening to all of you and welcome to the show this evening. You're listening to the Hit Hour here on BKS Television. On the Hit Hour, we say dialogue and not confrontation. We say words and not bullets. We are relay on voice of BKS in Mutu Town, Nima County. And of course, we're live on Facebook too at BKS TV and live on YouTube at BKS Liberia.
I'm back, gentlemen. I'm back. Sorry about
Welcome.
that.
Yeah, welcome
Yeah.
back, Chief.
Thank you very much.
Mhm. So you were speaking about some of the challenges that you face, and what are the way forwards for you personally as a candidate who contested in the race?
Yeah, as a former candidate, yeah. The way forward, now for me, personally, I'm just focused on my business, you know. I'm focused on my business, focused on my staff. I have a lot of employees who depend on me for their livelihood, so I need to, concentrate on that. But that's about it.
Are there any plans for the people of District 5? Because, I mean, if I could publicly say here tonight, you were one of the candidates that brought a very good portfolio. You said when you have won the election, you could have gave your salary to the people of District 5. Now that you lost the election, are there
Yeah.
any plans working with the person who won?
Well, as you can see, the people of District 5, they never wanted the salary. You understand? So, I think they are pretty content. But what I would like to say is that it's something I want to address. And this is something that is going on in Liberia that is very bad. And this will continue. And it is the issue of importing voters. Democracy is about the people.
Is the network from my end or
In a democratic society, the people are the one who's supposed to decide. But when you have politicians who go outside of their district, outside of their constituent, and bring in voters to vote for them, the will of the people will never be met, and politicians will never be held accountable. So, example, if I had the money, right, I could have kept. I spent $200,000 during this election, right? The election, the vote, the winner had about 4,000 some more votes. So if I wanted, I could have just keep my cash, and I bring people from outside and I pay them, like, let's say $30 each. You understand? I pay them $30 each and they will vote for me. But then will that be the will of the people of Buyao? Then they cannot hold me accountable, because I would say, listen, I don't need your vote. Next election, I ain't gotta do nothing for your next election. I'll just bring my people from outside. You see, these things need to be addressed. But because it is done at the highest level in Liberia, so nobody gonna address it. Because from the president all the way down to representative, they all do the same. You understand? So these things need
did,
to be addressed.
did you experience anything of such in the election that you just participated in?
Absolutely. Everybody was trucking in people. I never brought nobody from outside of the district. I never brought no. The only thing I did was I used my pickup to bring people from the nearby villages who never had access to transportation. So I just used my, like say places like with Newtown, you know some other local or little towns and stuff. I use my pickup to haul people. You understand? That's about it. But these are people from the district, and unfortunately, most of the people are bringing in our district is the mindset. The mindset of our people, my brother, is the number one impediment. Because if you look at it this way, right? The people, they don't vote based on merits. You understand? They don't vote for someone based on merit, what this person can do, or the qualification of this person. They don't vote, relations and all that kind of stuff. So, like most of the people, they were telling me, they say, "Oh, my son, your platform is really good. Oh, everything you're talking is good. Oh, but you just coming. You understand?" So I was like, "What do you mean I'm just coming?" Like, if somebody is capable of doing something and you see what this person is doing, you say, "Oh no, because this guy is just coming, we will not vote for him. We will vote for someone who we think like this person been here longer, this person not suffer beyond this." And so, at the end of the day, like I said, I want to congratulate the winner of the election, Honorable Kotokwaglu. And I think, honestly speaking, the whole election process was peaceful. Some people say, "Oh, they were cheating and this and that," but me personally, I know I wasn't cheated. You understand? Because I finished fifth. You understand, right? I think fourth or fifth or fifth. But so I didn't even get 1,000 votes. So it was disappointing, but then it made me understand the mindset of the people. Because example, right? I've been doing agriculture project in the whole district, right? And in each town, I had about 150 people that I was sponsoring through the agriculture project. So 64 towns, 150 people each. If you multiply that, let's say 150 times 64, that's 9,600. You understand? If we just got 55% of this vote right here, we're going to win the election. Just 55%. You understand? But the thing here is, the people that we were supporting, they all have already decided who they were going to vote for, right? So even though I'm helping them, trying to take them out of poverty, trying to alleviate hunger, you understand all these things? And I even pledged my salary if I was going to win to be able to pay for, voluntary teachers, voluntary nurses, and all these kind of good stuff. They said, "You know what? I already made up my mind." You understand? So imagine someone like Augusta Menkwa. Augusta Menkwa came in the race very late, and Augusta never did no campaigning, right? And he got like 3,000 some more votes. So that means that was his vote, his same vote from 2023. If you look at Boris Badia vote, that his same vote from 2023. I was the new guy trying to, get votes from all these people. So these people already made up their mind. You understand? So at the end of the day, argue and say, "Oh, there was cheating and there was this and that." Me personally, I don't believe there was any cheating.
Thank you. Thank you, Honorable Ko. Your network is kind of bad, so
The people of District 5, they voted. They voted for that candidate that they already had. You understand? But the only thing here is now, these people, they keep calling me now. They say, "Oh, bossy, chief, we hungry. We want to do the swan waggle, but we hungry. We need food." Oh. I said, "Why you calling me? You're hungry? Why you calling me?" I gave you the opportunity. I gave you the opportunity to change your life. You understand? Look at me. I ain't got nothing to worry about, my brother. I live in a big house, air condition, AC. I in my living room. You see around here, I live no different than in America. You understand? Air condition, blast. You see me wearing jacket. It's cold in my house. You understand? I eat good. I got my businesses. Like, they're the one sitting while they're in the dust. You understand? They're the one have to wake up every day and their children go to school, no teacher. So when somebody tell you, say, the person made legal document and say, "I will give you my salary so that we can pay our teachers in." Is that a bad thing? I would give my salary so we can pay the nurses, our voluntary nurses, so we can pay our town chief and team. You understand? But at the end of the day,
do you see
that's their
this as
choice.
do you see it as a betrayal to you?
No, it's not a betrayal. I'm not going to say it's a betrayal. It's not a betrayal to me. They betrayed their children. You understand? Because the little ones, the kids, the babies, they don't vote. They are not allowed to vote. You understand? The little kids are not allowed to vote. So their parents betray them. Because truly speaking, what I wanted to do for that district, my brother, it was going to be the first in this country. Because I wanted to engage with HBCU, you know, in the United States. I wanted to even engage with black agriculturalists, black farmers in the United States to bring them to Booyah. We got the land over there. We're not doing nothing with it. You understand?
So
I
now,
was, I was trying to
now,
engage with black Americans, you know, like to bring people over there that we're going to even build universities, we're going to build trade school, we're going to build all these things over there, you know. But yeah, you know, so they decided. But the only thing I asked for is that I pray that our brother Koto is the right person, and I pray that, you know, God gave him the wisdom, God gave him the strength to be able to bring development. Because at the end of the day, Booyah, that all Booyah, we all want to see the best for Booyah. So I pray that he's able to bring tangible development over there, you know, so that we can be proud of our district too. Because for me, I wasn't just running because I wanted a job. No. And I tell you, 2029, if Honorable Koto starts doing some real development over there, start changing things like, you know, building real good schools for the people. I'm talking about real high-end schools, school that will change the mindset of our people, trying to bring even university. Well, this thing, I would not even run. I would support him, you know, even financially. You understand? In the next election, I'll not even, if I see that he's doing the right things, I will not even run. Because that's what we want. We want a leader that will be able to bring change to our district. So I'm not somebody who will see somebody doing the right thing, then I want to run against them straight. I'm not the only person that can develop Booyah. If Koto can develop Booyah, we all need to put our hands around him and support him. You understand?
okay.
And that
Now
is
you see,
what, yeah.
you just, I was coming to that question of 2029. You just said that those people that you were helping in the districts, that you felt that they were going to vote for you, they didn't vote for you. Now in
Sure.
2029, do you think you will still go back again with the kind of behavior towards you, your candidacy? Do
No,
you think you will go back to the district?
no, like if you listen to what I just said, I pray that Honorable Koto brings tangible development to Booyah. I hope that he will be able to change our district for the better. You understand? The education system, the agriculture sector, the road networks. You understand the mindset of the people. I hope he can bring unity to our district, because if you look at our district, we are so divided. Our population is less than 40,000. We got 64 times. Everybody got churches. You understand? When you go in like bro, one time in those small town, they got about 5-6 churches. You understand? For what? If we all serving the same God and we want to go to heaven, why we everybody want to be a pastor, they want to get their own offering. You understand? They're not doing it because they really want to help people. So it's the same way with the town. Everybody want to be their own. To unite the people. Because that whole Booyah you're looking at, it can be one big city. Because we have limited resources. We don't even, first of all, we don't have no resources over there. We don't have nothing. You understand? But if we can form one big town, the little resources that we get, it will be able to everybody will be able to access it. You understand? Look, how is it that we live over there in that district? We got forest, we got land, we have fertile land, we got swamps, we got rivers, we got abundant rain, we got rain in abundance, right? But we are starving. We are starving. And that's why I invested in the agriculture sector. Not for me, for the people. You understand? How is it that we got all these things? I've been to a country that nothing but desert. These countries produce more food than us. You understand? Our people,
Thank you.
their mindset is putrid. So we need a leader that will be able to bring tangible development. And if Qatar is doing that, then why should I run? I will not run again. I will just help him. I will just support him. Because we need somebody that will bring change. That our home over there, that all we got. I love my district. I love my hometown. You understand? Yeah.
Thank you, Chief. Siawete Zoget to a welcome. Let's hear your two questions to Honorable Cole Williams. After you go to Shadrach, we go to Chris. DK Way, welcome to the show this evening. It's been a long time, this time you get kind of a little bit late, but welcome, Chief.
My man, babysitter high school William, man. Babysitter Benin American joke.
The what?
Man, babysitter. I doing babysitting and not easy, man.
Oh, you babysitting? Okay.
Yeah, babysitting in America can kill you, man.
That ain't not.
Siawete, let's hear your two questions, Chief. Siawete, you are muted.
I can hear.
We are again here.
Siawete, you are muted, Chief.
You can go to somewhere else. Why he's
Okay, let's
Yeah,
hear Siawete.
that's someone else.
Shadrach, let's hear you. Your two questions.
All right, thank you so much, Junior. Thanks to Honorable Williams for his appearance, and also thanks to you for being peaceful during the election process, and you did well. You stood by your word. You were preaching peace. I followed you a couple of times when you talking to no citizens. You normally tell the people, this person my brother, they are all my brothers, but I can do the best. It's a good message to tell people when you're in it. I commend you for that.
Sure.
Yeah. So now you are a public figure, both politician and businessman in Liberia,
Yeah.
around the world. I have been conducting some research based on allegation, which we do not believe in telling people about other people if you have no clue. But I want to clarify to me from the website of Lancaster, from the States, where you lived before.
Mm-hmm.
You were convicted and you pleaded, admitted to even pay back $309,000.
Hello?
Shadrach never giving problem.
Hello?
Yeah,
Shadrach.
Hello? Continue.
Yeah. So while you were found guilty and you pleaded to even pay back the businessman $329,000 as some of their money. I want to speak to the public with that allegation against you.
Okay, listen to this. Let me tell you something. Anybody can go on your page, take your picture, crop it, and do anything. These days with AI, anybody can do anything. You understand, right? If you know anything about the United States, when you talk about the kind of crime, you're talking about heinous crime. You think I'll be free that day to be walking around? I even traveling to the States tonight. You understand? As we're talking from here, I'm going to the airport. You understand? You hear me?
Hear you.
Hello?
I'm hearing you.
Okay, so all those things, there is no truth to it. That's all lies. You understand? People make up stuff. You understand? The one thing about Liberian, we are good at tearing each other down, So I don't feed into that stuff. I don't address it because you know what? The same people, they say misery love company, Misery love company. You know what I'm saying? They can go and do whatever they want to do, but I can tell you, let me tell you something. I never had any situation over there. You understand? Okay, I'm a free man. I got an American passport. I can travel over there anytime. You understand? So first of all, you take 300 some more thousand from somebody, think that's small money over there, and all the kind of stupid thing. I saw that stupid thing. I said, my man, listen, these are all bullshit. Whoever wrote that stuff, you know what I'm saying? Good for them. You understand? I don't feed into it, and that's all I can say about that.
Thank you. Shut
All
on
right.
your last question shortly.
Yeah. So, with your experience doing the elections in District 5, what can you project of the coming back in 2029 if need be?
No, my brother, if you listen to me keenly, you will know what you understand what I just said. I told you that I'm not desperate for a representative job. All right. If our new representative, Honorable Koto, if he does the right thing, then there's no need for me to run. You understand? If he brings development in the district, if he bring good, adequate education to the district, if he help brings agriculture to the district to help to eliminate hunger, these are the things that we want. Then why should I run? If you see somebody doing the right thing, then why you want to run against him? You understand? I'm not one of the kind of people who are just an opposition because I want to be opposition. Most of our people, they are hungry for political job because they don't have nothing else. I got my business here that I'm running. I'm comfortable.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. I see you. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, again, my dear brother, I
Yep.
want to say thank you, man. Thank you so much for always accepting my call, willing to show up on our show, even with your
Thank you.
busy schedule during the heat of the campaign. We reach out to you. You will always find time to come on here. I remember one time I
Absolutely.
called you. You came to Bond, I think, to get money, and you
Yeah,
assured
yeah.
me that you are going to be there. When we tried to host our debate, you also made the effort to be there. So I think that's what we need as a community. These are the type of sons and daughters we need from our district if our district is going to go anywhere. So I just want to publicly on here acknowledge the effort that you put into to help us out as a new media platform. You're one of the first celebrities that came here, so I want to say thank you so much for that. Uh, I
You're
really
welcome.
do appreciate that. Yeah, thank you so much. So you touched several things, several great
Yo.
things. When you and I had our conversation, and you brought that
Yeah.
up not too long ago. I
Mm.
remember back in the days when we were in Monrovia, when our father used to work at EAWA. You know, they used to bring food from Nimba, right? When
Sure.
our people come from Nimba, you see the cassava, all those stuff from Nimba. So growing up, my mindset was, anytime people come from Nimba, that's agricultural product, food, and all those things. Now, when I started going to Liberia lately, we take food from Monrovia to Nimba. When I'm going for my program, my non-for-profit work, my team will tell me, "Oh, we got to buy Becker rice and carry that. In fact, we got to get fish from the coastal here." So I think
Sure.
that's a huge thing that we need to really, really look at, and you are doing that already. The agricultural aspect of it. I
Sure.
know you just came from election; things didn't go out the way you planned. But my question is, what plan do you still have, or what your agriculture project you have now? Is that something that you will continue to push? You have any plan of growing that in Booyah, or you
Well,
have any other plans regardless?
no, let me tell you something. To be honest with you, um, the I got my own farm. All right, I got two farms in Liberia. You know, so one in Bombing, one in Kirisburg. So, I'm a very busy person. So the agriculture project that I took on in Muyao, if you remember, the only time such project was taken on that scale was when the government formed NCRDP. You remember NCRDP?
Yes, yes.
NCRDP during those time when they said back or the Green Revolution. You understand,
Back to the
right?
source. Back to the source.
Yes,
Yeah.
back to the soil. Okay, that was the only time they instituted such a large scale agriculture project, and that is what I try to do with my own money. So let me tell you. You understand? When people don't appreciate you, it's good for you to fall back small. You know? So at the end of the day, then they will see for themselves what they are missing. But if you keep pushing yourself on them, and one thing about our people, they don't appreciate. You understand? They don't appreciate. So let them. I did it for them. I didn't do it to gain anything from it. I don't want nothing from it. I don't want any reward. I don't want nothing. Everything is for continue to feed himself. Then go on them. But to say I will leave my time in Monrovia here and go back over there, my brother. Listen, understand? Let it know. Then they'll understand what Cole William was trying to do for them. Cole William really wanted to save them. You understand? I told those people, I said, let me tell you something. The type of education I want to brother, we got some of our brothers in that District 5, they call themselves intellectuals. You give them one paragraph to read, they cannot read it.
Yeah, man, the network is.
Look, the education system in this country is rotten to the core. And then you imagine Monrovia looking rotten like this, then you imagine someone like Buyao. So I was trying to see how we could unite the whole district, create a big city, one big city, where everybody will be able to have access to resources. Bring in real investors in from the US over there, like the black American community over there. You understand? The black farmers. You understand? Connect with the HBCU universities over there and stuff. These people want to come to Africa, but they only need the platform. They need the security. You understand? And you need somebody who can connect with them. And it is upon all of us in the diaspora to work to bring change to this country. Because I will tell you something, my brother. The country we are in, Liberia, is a failed state. Whether you like it or not, Liberia is a failed state. We got career politicians running this country. These people don't know nothing about governance. They have no clue on how to grow an economy. Because if they did, we'll not be in the state we are in today. How is it that a whole nation cannot grow their own staple food? Our money is printed in different countries and they put on container. Look at that young picking in Burkina Faso. That picking. See what that boy is doing with no aid. No aid. When Donald Trump cut the USAID, today, anything the government want to do, they cut USAID funding, no money. Oh. Look at that kind of disgrace. These are the people that we call our leaders. Our whole economy is controlled by foreigners. Lebanese men control our whole country. Indian men control our whole country. Chinese men not coming. I was surprised. I went to my village. I saw Chinese men digging gold. You understand? And some of our own people are sitting here talking about, oh, we should give Lebanese people citizenship. Do you know the implications? You get Lebanese men citizenship, they buy a whole country and enslave you. You think those people can you go to Lebanon and go buy land over there, or even to say you can get Lebanese citizenship? Can you go to India and get Indian citizenship? Can you go to China and get China citizenship? We are so stupid in this country because we put on a bunch of idiots to run our country. You understand? A bunch of ignoramus to run our country. Things need to change. And we, the young men and women, we the one need to stand up and say no more, because every day in this country, every 6 years, there's a democratic coup d'etat that is going on. A democratic coup d'etat. If you understand what that means they have this little circles they call election. Everything is already planned. They take a bunch of nincompoop and they put in there to run, and they get the international backing. And these people, we elect them because we don't have much choices. You understand? We need a real radical that will come in our seat over there and really stand up and say, look, Liberia first. We don't need no aid. We don't need no aid. Why is there a country like this? Look at the same for our president to go to the United States the last time the thing said, oh, English is decent, and he was so happy with that. You know the amount of lithium they discover in Liberia yet? Do you know Liberia have crude oil in abundance that we're supposed to be selling crude oil on a commercial scale, but they say no, our crude is not enough for commercial, stuff. So I'm telling you, my brother, we got career politicians running this country. We will never, ever develop if we continue to elect these kind of people. I'm telling you, we need true radicals who really have vision for this country. The same way Burkina Faso got that Tuareg picking.
Thank you.
See, you got any other follow up to that?
No, I don't have any other follow up. I know my brother is on his way here. Look forward to connecting with him when he gets here. Thank you so much for your service, man.
Sure.
Thank you. CLT, let's hear your 2 questions. From you, we go to Chris. From Chris, we go to DK. From DK, we go to Sis Lorena. And then I honor Jesse K. Miami will take us home on this show.
Thank you, Junior. Good evening, Mr. William. Honorable William.
Yeah, good evening, my brother. How you doing?
Yeah, thanks for your participation in the election, and I must commend you for how peaceful you conducted yourself and your team, and also acknowledging the fact that you lost the election, that you were conducted, free and fairly. I mean, you actually did well. That's the first time. So my first question to you is that, do you feel let down by the people of District 5? And the final...
You want me to answer that first?
Yeah, I mean, you're just 1 in 2 anyway, to just ask
okay, yeah, do that. Okay, where's the second one?
And then you going out, yeah. So I listened to, your explanation regarding, your dream for Buyao, upon your ascendancy and the Black, American or farmers into agriculture and all of those, investment you had made if you had won the election.
Sure.
So one may say you are advocating to bring those investment or investors into Liberia, and I think basically it's part of the private sector in America that you are discussing. So one may say, you, besides being a representative, can you bring, without being a representative, you cannot invest in Liberia, or maybe live the dream that you want to live the dream for the people of District 5?
Okay, so let me answer the first one. The first question, you see, that's why when you put questions together, sometimes you can confuse someone. But the first one was about
the first one was whether you felt let down.
Okay. So like I said, somebody asked the same question earlier. I said I don't feel let down, because one thing I always believe in life is trust people to be who they are. You understand? Always trust people to be who they are, and you will never be disappointed. You understand? They show me that true color, that there are people that you can't trust. But I feel like they to vote. The little children who can go sit down in a dust, they call school, those dust or room, the dusted room, then they call schools, to say they're going to learn. That the children that they let down. The little kids who eating all those frozen food that coming from overseas, that we don't know what kind of chemical in it, that they will eat it from their childhood to their adulthood, that they don't want to feel that they were let down, because we don't know what kind of sickness. That's why people just dying left and right in our district. You understand? So they let their children I don't feel let down. I feel like they let But the little children, they got their whole future ahead of them, and they were the one who were let down by their parents. And on the other question about bringing investors in, I will tell you, during early Johnstown, you know what I'm saying? I think probably around like 2010, I brought some investors that came to Liberia to invest in renewable energy. All right. $2 billion, not 2 million, $2 billion in renewable energy. And all
Yeah, I
right,
remain.
the guy who was the head of the election commission, they got frustrated and he left. So I was disappointed. So bringing investor is not the thing, but when you bring your investors, you don't want your investors to be exploited. You don't want them to be treated in a certain type of way. So Liberia is a very corrupt country. When you bring your investors, people want to steal your investor from you. They want to steal from your investor. They want to exploit your investors and all these kind of things. So, but when you are in a position of power, you can protect your investors. You understand? So that is why I believe that in Liberia is one of those countries where to effect change, you must be in the system. You cannot really affect much change from outside. You understand? Because the people in that government, they will use you and abuse you. They will exploit you, exploit your investors. You understand? Because they are all out for themselves. They are all self-serving politicians. They only want short-term gratification. You understand? So that is why I was really hoping to win so I can be able to do the things that I want to do. Because when you are not in position of power in Liberia and you just bring investors, trust me, my brother, as soon as you bring your people and then even try to cut you off from them, So that's why I will not bring investors in Liberia, when I'm not in government.
Thank you, Honorable Chris.
Yeah. That's it, my brother. Did I answer your question correctly?
Yes, okay.
Okay. Thank you. I will.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, you getting me? Yeah. Hello.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Let me say thank you for appearing on the show tonight. Thank you for your peaceful participation in the by-election in District
Mm-hmm.
5. And I just have two questions. Before I ask the question, I would like to quote this quotation from Nelson Mandela, one of
Sure.
the freedom fighter of Africa, that says, "Real leader must be ready to sacrifice all for the freedom of their people."
Oh,
And I
man,
know
the
you didn't
network is
invest.
very bad.
Yeah, maybe for your aim. But let me just ask the question. So, as a business man going to politics, what is your experience? What are those difficulties you experienced when you went into politics as a business person? One. And my last question would be,
Yeah.
somebody asked you for the proof. Hello?
Get at least about 75% where I did not get it.
Okay, the first question is, as a business person
Yeah.
going into politics, what was your experience? What are those difficulties you experienced leaving the business sector going to politics? What you experience, what are those difficulties? Yeah, that's one.
Okay. Integrity is a major factor in Liberia. How people lack integrity. You understand? They're stealing not easy. You understand? Every day, people stealing my chicken, they're stealing the egg, the boxes of egg disappearing, all the kind of things. And so it was difficult because I had to be in the district, and the distance. So and people in Liberia, 95%. So it's difficult. You understand? But you know, that's what you have. That's the trade-off. You understand? You have to sacrifice, and you know, I was willing to sacrifice, and I did.
Okay. And my last question would be, I think
Hello?
somebody asked, hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, my last question would be, I didn't say to ask you a question. If you will still go back in a digital invest, and you say you are fine Carrisburg, I think bombing something like that. My
Yeah.
question is, people will think that because you lost election, that's why all the people never elected you. That's why you don't want to go back to invest in the district. Other may think that way. So, as from your point of view, as a politician,
Hello?
businessman, hello,
Chris, the man
Hello?
never giving, the honorable man never giving him problem. Let's just go straight to the question so you can be able to answer it. I beg you,
Hello?
Chris.
My man, that second question there, I didn't hear nothing.
Yeah, Chris, let's go strictly to the question. I
the,
beg you.
the second question is, you say you're not going to focus on the district when it comes to your investment. You have two farms
Yeah.
you'll be focusing on. So my concern is, other people will think that because you lost the election, that's why you cutting your investment within the district. So what you will say that, about somebody come out to say that? What would be your thought? Thank you.
You got his question, William?
Hello?
You got his
Yeah, yeah,
question?
yeah. Yeah, I think I get it. I think I get it.
Okay.
Oh, someone keep trying to call me, man. Like I don't know, like Liberian people when they call you one, two times, you don't answer. They don't understand that you are busy. Yeah. So yeah, my brother, I understand your question very clearly. So there's a situation. Hello? Yeah. So the thing is this. Uh, as a former candidate, I need to give whoever the winner, Honorable Carter, I need to give him his space so he can be able to operate. I don't want to be seen like, doing things in the district and say the mayor or he doing something tomorrow. So for 2029, you understand? Like I said, I don't even know what I will run in 2029 because at the end of the day, I said if Honorable Carter is doing the right thing, then I don't need to run. You understand? It's just like you want to run for president, but you see the president doing great things, the president developing, the president. You think say like the way of President Traore doing everything in Burkina Faso today. Who would want to run against him? No, because the man doing everything that needs to be done. So there'll be no opposition. So at the end of the day, yeah, I would love to help my people, but look, I need to put myself straight. So if people want to think, say, oh, because that man was looking for votes, so that why he came here, that why he did this and that, they can think like that. That people opinion. Everybody got their own opinion. You can't take that away from them. You understand? The only thing I can say is that a lot of the people who I was helping while they were very ungrateful, and I'm not going to go back with my resources and just waste it on people who don't appreciate. Look, I will tell you something. If, for example, let's say we even came second or third, with a substantial amount of vote, then you can say, okay, you know what? At least the people, they show appreciation, but we fall short. You understand? But when people vote, you understand, for let's say someone like Menko get 3,000 some more vote. Look, let me just tell you some of the things the people are telling me. Do you know some of the agriculture people that I was sponsoring? They came to me. They tell me, say, oh, Chief, we want T-shirt. I was the only person in our whole district that distributed T-shirt. I printed 7,000 T-shirts. I gave out Lapa and all the kind of things. And nobody did that. So some of the people who I'm sponsoring their agriculture project, their group came to me. Oh, Chief, we now got enough T-shirt. I said, but the T-shirt finished. You understand? Not everybody will get T-shirt. You understand? And now you the one looking for vote, eh? Oh, is that how you gonna talk? You understand? I said, okay, so I who divide t-shirt. Okay, the t-shirt to give out. You understand? So you see that type of mindset when you're dealing with people. Let's say, for example, I was in people one time in a whole group. One of the group, they swam the agriculture people they put as sponsoring. They came to me. They say, "Oh, chief, you know, the election that in 2 days time in our web then they asking us. They say, but what happened? Your chief not give us nothing, sir. You understand? So chief, we came to you for you to give us small thing." I told him, I said, "Listen, my brother. I came to this district. I invested in agriculture for me to eradicate hunger. I'm feeding you people. You understand? I gave you people clean rice for you to eat and work. I gave you people seed rice to plant. I gave you all the agricultural implements. But because I don't get your small thing, so you telling me, say, your wife say, or she might not vote for me because I'm not giving you a small thing. You understand? Then if that's the case, then go vote for somebody else. Because I'm not giving you no small thing. Whatever I have to give, I give it in a way that it will benefit the people. So if I have money to divide, I take that money and build a decent school so that the children can get decent education. If I take that money and divide it $100, you think say it will benefit the district? No. But our people, they only want small thing, small thing, small thing. And when you get in that small thing, they go buy alcohol. I'm telling you, my brother, the whole district is 95% of the people in our district are all alcoholics. From the old lady to the old papi to the little kids. They're drinking all the Nikon product. The strong alcohol beverages that people making here. You understand? Destroying their lungs, destroying themselves. When they're talking to you, said they are incoherent. They're talking, see, farming small thing, farming small. I said, what kind of our people have become zombies. You understand? So we need to do a lot of work on our people. We need to help change their mindset. We need to train our youth. Those are some of the things I wanted to do with an open trade school. Our youth, they're just idle. So when you go to people like that and you're doing all those things and they don't appreciate it, you think you'll be motivated to go back. When you're doing something, you need something to stimulate you, to motivate you. You understand? So if you don't motivate me, why should I go back and go waste my money again? Instead of wasting water on dog's back, you know? Yeah,
Thank
my
you.
brother. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you. TJ, let's hear you. Do you have any question for the honorable man?
Oh no, I just want to appreciate him for always coming. When he hit here, I will call him. That's it. Cole, thank you for everything you do. I beg
I
you, man, when
appreciate
you
it.
arrive, please hit me other team up. Thank you.
Oh, who talking so?
That TK, that I've just, I will hit you up. I don't know
Oh,
your
yeah, TJ.
WhatsApp. I will
Okay.
see.
Hola, TJ. I
Yeah,
told you just
you
came.
get my
Okay.
number. So when you
Yeah,
reach
I'll
here,
hit
please
you
call
up.
me.
I'll
Okay.
hit you up, definitely.
Okay, great. Madam Lorena Donke, take us home on this. Your 2 questions.
Good evening, everyone, and good evening to our listeners, our viewers, and good evening to the guests.
Good evening, my sister.
So, yeah, thank you. Mr. William, who is Mr. William outside of being a candidate for the just ended by-election in District 5?
Well, Mr. William is a son of Buyao, a son who is passionate about helping his people, passionate about his district, a businessman who is employing Liberian people. If you go on my YouTube channel, say you see Sonic Entertainment LIB. The link is on my Facebook page. You will see some of the work we are doing. You understand? In our bakery, we employ people there. We employ people on the farms and stuff like that. We're just trying to help our brothers and sisters who are, in an unfortunate position. We're trying to help them to be able to put food on the table for their families. That's all Mr. Williams tries to do.
So, this is not my second question. back on this answer you gave. Do you have a business established in Buya, or you have a farm running in Buya with people employed?
No, not in Buyao. Not what I did in Buyao was I invested in agriculture for the people. But right now I don't have a farm in Buyao like the farm like what I do poultry and fish farming. You understand? So these things you cannot do in Buyao right now. Buyao, we don't have roads, my sister. We don't have roads. We don't have anything over there. You understand? No electricity, nothing. So when you do anything over there, it's not cost effective, and logistically, it's not even feasible, because at the end of the day, when you're raising chicken, if your chicken are sick, just the transportation to carry a chicken feed, your vitamins for the chicken, the shots and all the kind of thing. If one of the chicken sick and you don't have the thing water to run tomorrow and go back water, your car, or even you carrying your chicks and the car hish, all the chicken will just die. You understand? So by the grace of God, when we start to see some type of tangible development in Buyao, like real road connectivities and stuff like that, yes, I would love to go to Buyao and open, my farm over there and employ the people of Buyao. But for right now, no, I don't have I don't have any kind of personal business in Buyao, no. But I was helping the people over there with an agriculture project to eradicate hunger.
Okay, so my second question, I always doing your
question there now. Question there.
Speaking back on my first question, because I wanted to know if the business and farm you got is in Moserado or is in Buyao, Nima County.
No. One of my farm is in Moserado, in Kingsborough. One is in Bombing.
Yeah, not in Nima, but you won't represent Nima. Okay, so this is my second question.
No, listen. Don't say no. Hold on. Because what you just said, you made some subliminal statement right there. You understand? Don't think say it will just pass over my head. You say you get none in Nima, but you want run in Nima. The people who run in Nima, they get anything there. You understand? I went over there. I spent on the agriculture project. I spent about $150,000 to eradicate hunger, to feed our people. So don't make that kind of statement. Say you don't get run there, but you want to be represented there. You understand? That's a very disrespectful statement. You understand? You don't talk like that. I went over there to help our people. You understand? For successive government I've been having over there. What have they done over there? We don't have one road. Why they think I go put my farm over there to go lose money? No. As a businessman, the number one thing is our poultry in the district where over there where we don't even have good access to road. We don't have no electricity. We got electricity in Ban. We got electricity in Ganta and all in complete water. How is it right now we don't have one electricity in Buyao over there? We are very close to Ivory Coast. So just to ask your other former or lawmaker and all people then who been representing y'all, why is it that we lack everything over there? Just simple drinking water, we even got it over there. You understand? People dying over there from malnutrition, they die from minor illnesses. Yeah, so my sister. Yes.
So I will not go the way you're going because you are our guest. And
yes, my sister.
By every level, I must give you all the respect. I must exercise the highest level of emotional intelligence. So I will not answer the way you answer, but this is my second question. You said if the present lawmaker, if he does well, you will not contest against.
Hello?
You're not hearing me? Are you not hearing me?
Go ahead with your second question, Madam Lorena.
You said
I think our fifth question now.
You said
but my brother, if you can, I don't know, maybe her phone is frozen, but the way in which she came at me, I'm sure you people.
So, folks, if you're just joining us, you're listening to the Heat Hour here on BKS Television. On the Heat Hour, we say dialogue in our confrontation, we say words in our bullet. We are in conversation tonight with Honorable
Yeah,
Cole Williams. Honorable, welcome back. Sis Lorena, your
yeah.
last question. Let's
So
There
my
was a little
last
glitch.
question is, he said, if the present lawmaker does well, he will not contest against him, which means if
No,
he does not also do well, he's going to contest against him. Now, if he
there's a
intend to contest,
possibility.
that's the same thing I'm saying.
Mhm.
If he does, you will not contest against him. But if he does not do
Absolutely.
well, you will
Mhm.
contest against him. But now you are saying all the people in Booyah, they are alcoholics, they are zombies. So how do you intend to go and convince the quote-unquote zombies and alcoholics to vote for you in 2029 in case Representative Koto Kwagu does not do well? How do you intend to
Okay.
communicate with zombies and
No,
alcoholics?
you
That's my
see,
second
you
question.
see, you see the way in which you see. I don't know whether you are a journalist or you are just somebody who just trying to, ask me. But if you listen to what I said, I did not say the people of Booyah are zombies. I never said that. I said, and listen to me carefully. I said that when you go to Booyah today, about 90% of our people, they are alcoholics. And that's true. I'm just saying what I'm just
So
giving
what's
you
the difference?
facts. So listen. I said about
Like this
90%
part
of the
I'm
people are.
asking you about.
No, no. So, Madam
So
Lorena,
hold
I
on.
beg you, give
So
give
hold
give
on.
the man the chance to
I
answer
did
the
not say they are
question.
zombies. I said they are living like zombies. You understand? Because a zombie is someone who is just is someone who is just idle. They're not doing nothing. And that's why most of our people are, or most of our people over there, they're not doing anything. They're not doing nothing with their lives. You understand? So do not say that I said that the people of Booyah are zombies. I never said that. And I said it, I said, if Honorable Kotter brings development, if he's doing a great job, why should I run against him? No, I will help him. You understand? But if let's say if he's not doing anything, then there's a possibility. Maybe or maybe not. You understand? I don't need representative job to become somebody. I'm already who I am. You understand? But I did not say that the people of Booyah are zombies. Do not try to put words in my mouth.
And let
You
me let me
understand?
let me brother, let me come in there. I
Mhm.
think it's the context in which Brother Whitcool is using, and I think Sis Lorena is misinterpreting the usage of the word.
Absolutely.
So now that you clarified, I don't think you will refer to our people as zombie in
Never,
terms of the
never,
way
never.
she's referring to it. The context is what really makes the big difference there. So I'm glad that you clarify it. You meant
So
zombies in a different context, not what like zombies, zombies.
no.
So I just want to
why
clarify
why would I call my people zombie? I said the way in
But they are
which they
alcoholics.
act. Yes, absolutely. I said not everybody. If you listen to me, I said 90%. You understand? And that's facts. In Booyah, you go to Booyah. I'm telling you. Listen, you go there right now. Even the old people, the old women, they're drinking the cheap alcohol and it called strong soldier. If you see that stuff, even young men, when you drink it, your whole face will tighten up. The old people, the young people. I was in Bill Beaman play. I was in with Bill Beaman play, and some women, a group of women that came to me, they told me to buy them king juice. To buy them the liter of king juice, 2 liters of king juice. And they had a little girl there. That little girl was like 14, 15 years old. And I told her, I said, no, I said, you're not supposed to be here. Leave from here. And then women then told me, say, you think I leg here yet? I said, there's a child. And they take the king juice, they took the king juice from me and they drank it. And that little girl was drinking the king juice with the elders. You think that is right? Our people don't know how to raise children. Our children then go to Booyah today. You see the children, and not even in babies. I'm talking about 5-year-old children. You understand? Till midnight, they are also running around. So when will these kids have time to go? You understand? We cannot continue the sugarcoat stuff. These are our people.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Honorable Cole. Thank you for being here tonight.
We need to be straight with them.
Thank you. Thank you very much. You know, I like your name, Quipu Drummer. You came tonight, you didn't mention our name, so you got to mention it before you leave. But it has been a really good show with you tonight. It has been a wonderful, wonderful conversation with you. In the next 2 minutes, give us your parting comment, Chief.
I think
Williams, are you there?
I'm here. Like the signal is very bad.
Okay, so in 2 minutes, give us a parting comment. Thank you for being here tonight, Chief.
Oh man, I just want to thank you guys for the great job you people are doing. Continue to do what you are doing. And like I said, man, Liberia need a new voice. So all of you, I commend you people. I thank you people. I want you people to continue to reach out to our people in the district. It is not easy. It is not easy, but no good thing come easy. We need to work with our people and try to see how best we can help them in whatever way. All right. So that's all I have to say here. Thank you very much for hosting me.
Thank you so much for being here tonight, Honorable Cole. Thank you very much.
Thank you, my brother.
So, folks, that was the voice of Honorable Cole Williams, representative candidate in Electoral District 5, Nema County, speaking to us here tonight on a couple of issues from the recently held by-election. See you.
Yes.
Let's start with you on the post analysis and your parting comment in 2 minutes.
Again, you call it the Heat Hour. I think I like the name of it. It's a great show. Thanks to all the panelists for always being here. I think Cole, is a little frustrated from the way the election went, and I kind of understand, some of his frustration there. Some points he made were really, I personally can relate to that because he talked about the election right when someone came to him and said, we need T-shirt, and then he said T-shirt was finished, and then the president said, and are you the one looking for a vote? If you didn't give me T-shirt, I'm not going to vote for you. So that's our place there. You got to be able to relate to the people. You got to understand. I think coming from America here, going over there to go run, two different societies, right? In the U.S. here, when you decide to contest and you announce your candidacy, most of the time you get funding from the people, your electorates, the people who want you to represent them. They'll fund your election. They'll do everything for you. But our country is different, especially where the part of the country we're from. The different type of things there. The politics there is a little different. So I think he got a little shocked there. He got a shell shock from the way in which things are done there, and you can sense it from his voice and the frustration there. But one thing I take away from the way in which he went about running his campaign, he ran his campaign very peacefully. In as much as people call him name, people all those stuff. He stuck there. He ran his campaign effective. I never heard him frustrated, never sensitive, except for tonight. You can tell because of the results. And he put in a lot of work, a lot of effort, a lot of energy. He was always there. And shout out to him for speaking fluently. He articulated well, both in English and in our local vernacular. For someone to come from this side and go over there and be able to relate to the people where he doesn't need interpreter, and he was conveying his messages by himself, and I thought that was really great. I hope he sticks around. I hope he stays there in Booyah. Someone I'll talk to him about, regardless of what happened. Election just got over. It's tough. to spend all your money and then to come back. I know my brother Marcus can relate to that, and come back and come back with that. It can be very, very tough. But I know he loved Booyah. He grew up in Booyah. He had his dad. I know in due time we will work together. All of us are folks from Booyah to stay there, invest in our district, and make our district great. Booyah is all we have. If we all stay away from Booyah because of the way things go, I don't think we will be able to see our district to where it's supposed to be. So it was a great interview, and again, I know he's not on now. I want to thank him always for being willing to come and talk to his people.
Thank you, CEO Shadrach. Let's hear you. Your 2 minutes, your analysis, and your parting comment.
Okay, thank you, Junior, and thanks to everybody for the questions. To Honorable Cole, he started the show fine and ended with frustration with some remarks. So, for me, I don't expect for him to make that remark because as a politician, you don't make that remark publicly. Against the same people you want their votes. That brought my attention to he not being a politician, because no matter how you were hurt during the process, there are some issue you discover.
You need to quote the remark now, because some people in the show and all of that.
Yeah, I come in there. The remark coming there. So one, referring to the people as ungrateful. Let Cole understand that he has been disconnected from the district for no years. There are others in the space. The Koto, the Boris, the Mekuo, who been in the space. Living with the people doing things, the people seeing it physically. So you coming overnight doing by-election to just spend money because you feel you get money, so they can buy from you. It's not possible easily in our society now. People are getting educated in terms of elections. So if you wait to come run to time because you get money, sometimes more often people they don't vote you. Secondly, to refer to the district and 90% of people they are alcoholic, I see it as insult. Our district, 80% of our district they are Christians, England is Baptists. So I see that statement as also an insult to the district. He shouldn't use that remark against the people as a politician. Against your own people. While it's true that every society they get alcoholic, they have people who are not that trained to something particular in those situations, but you can't refer to the entire district that people can't train their children. These are statements, is
No. Shadrach, I beg you. We asked that question even I think about 2 or 3 times, and then Cole Williams made a clarification. He said he didn't refer to the entire district people as alcoholic. He says some of them are alcoholic.
So what is I
need to read the checkpoint there.
When I finish, in your analysis, you can also know the bone. Ever you see, I'm lying. But the message is everybody wants to they falling off. You use a percentage. So 10% for 100, how many percent left? It's 10%.
Listen, when the question was asked to Cole, he came back with clarification. He said during one of the gatherings, the women came to him and they said he should buy them alcohol. And there was a girl among them. He said, no, you can't be among the people and say you want to drink alcohol. So let's make it clear. We shouldn't carry the statement way beyond.
I'm not counting I'm not counting a percent of the 90% the man gave. I'm counting the 90% he talked about. Let me realistic here. We all understand English very well. They mentioned 90% of people in the district they can drink alcohol. So if you take 90% out of 100, there are 10% of people who can drink alcohol in Booyah. What are they asking me? And you start here, the man said the people in Booyah, they can't drink that well. Every Saturday they got people over here, people there are people who stay outside watching on a movie in video club. People can't drink that well. No. These are public service. You gotta be careful what you say about other people.
Thank you.
So, yeah, I will be very clear on that. So you can't put checkpoint because my feelings. It's a reality. Thank you.
Thank you.
The inner man of Africa was kind defense job.
Siaote, let's hear your 2 minutes.
Yeah, thank you, Junior. I mean, it was a good show. From what I deduced from Mr. Williams' explanation, I think he's actually frustrated, with the election results. And he clearly stated that he was not motivated at all from the result because I think he was either he was at fourth or fifth place. And he, from the way he speaks, he's frustrated by the election result. And the question Lorena asked, it was important to get his view on that. I think there was no way, because even if you are frustrated, you are coming back. Because from his analysis, he said if Koto does well, he will support Koto. I mean, he started on a very firm footing, a very good note. But I mean, sometimes when people get, after election, the feel sometimes it's hard. You see, my people, after the election, you turn around, small, and you run away and went back. So I mean, emotionally, it's difficult. But I mean, like people are marveling, right? After the election, he knew that the guy who was in the election, that Panhama, because the man had a liquid. So to be frank with you, like the CEO said, election in Liberia and the culture and the way of life people live is quite different from the West. Many times you see people don't even go for debate, but they are the most voted candidate in the election. But if you witness global election around the world, people will unveil their platform, what they had to do, what the record, past experience. If you look at the entire legislature right now, you see that that's why others we categorize our legislature as ratting, all kind of adjective, even including Mr. Ability. So people don't really look at what you bring, why are your experience and all of that. But on the other side, I think Mr. William also, he tried to, go beyond the line because he had not been connected with the district. The first time I ever witnessed him was when he carried donation. I think it was really who asked him, there are by-election in the corner. Are you going to contest? And because he already contested, so I could not ask him that question. And he said, no, he want to identify with people. All of those analysis he gave to me, I saw some level of deception because you are not elected, so he cannot carry development. Booyah. The issue of fish farming and carry farm and all those places, the issue should be rural. I mean, most of the places in Liberia are not connected. But on the overall, he did not, in a concluding statement, I listened to him. It could not be a dialogue, but it's necessary to sharpen, those contradictions. You cannot categorize, our people of District 5. When you say 90%, you know what you say? 90%, that thing is no, point to argue.
No,
If somebody go on a public platform and say, I understand the frustration, like how the society is being now. People in the villages, they are more.
Thank you, Siaote.
But to say, he did not say, he said it. He said 90%. But I think it was not going apart. I think it was somehow emotional. He needed to have been a little balanced from that point. People come to the show, we'll ask them a hard question.
Let's say your 2 minutes.
I know about that. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. Chris, let's hear you.
Thank you, ma'am. The both panelists spoke well. I think he frustrated about the result. That's why for me, I'm one person who love to read or to follow some great, politicians around the world. If you look at Professor Patrick Otino Lumumba from Kenya, he said when you're contesting in Kenya, he has the highest town hall meeting. And at the end of the day, our people couldn't elect it because they never distribute the money. So that should serve as example for politicians, especially in the African setting. In the Western world, debate is different. If you want to participate in politics now in Liberia, start doing your groundwork 10 years. So that particular time you want to contest. When those guys started introducing what we call yellow machine and cash in the body politics of Liberia in 2011, and where the problem started from. So you want to become any summer politician in Liberia, you have product during 15 years, the 15 years ahead and start working. Don't wait till you come from America or you just come from Monrovia and go into the district where you let you is difficult. You're not gonna work. So I understand the frustration. He invested more resources, but he wasn't connected to the district. So I believe that those 900 plus votes he got, I think they did extremely well. You should appreciate that and go beyond and start working. I believe in Fidel Castro in Cuba. He said a revolutionary came whereby they were 82 men. If he allowed to repeat, they would do only 15 committed. So falling down today should not be the end to a political dream. Let him go back on the drawing table. Let him look at where all the mistakes came from. Let him cut the law. Let him sit and cut the law. Where the mistake came from. Where he needs to work. And I think he can make a better comes back. But to end up, that district is one of the areas where they have a higher enough population where I came from, for the inner background. To assume that 90% of the people are alcoholic, I think was wrong. Thank you.
Thank you, Chris. My man, the inliner say you're not part of inline again, so I beg you.
This is clearly
you're not part of inline again. The men kick you out. Mr. Mapasin will take us home. Let's hear you, Madam Lorena. 2 minutes starts now. It's 25 at 27 with court. Let's hear you, ma'am.
Yeah, I want to say thanks to the defeated candidate for having the courage to appear on our platform. I mean, after such defeat that you did not even come third or fourth, it takes a lot of courage to be able to come in the public space to even talk about the process. I want to say thanks for that courage. But I think he's not notable to the Liberian culture because you can't be thinking about going to serve people that you have to beg them to make you to serve and say 90% of them are alcoholic and 90% of them act like zombie, because that was the clarity he made when he said they are zombie. He said they act like zombie, which means I don't know how you're going to even communicate with people who act like zombie to give you vote. And I have worked in Bomi County, and except for Tommy Bread, the towns around, I got a project in Gogen, that is in Clay District. So the road is about as going to Glory. So I don't see any excuse why he said the reason why he don't have project in Nima in District 5 is because of road. Because going to Gogen, when my project staff are going there, they complain. In fact, one time, one of them came from there with scrape all on him because they fell. So there is no excuse, except he tells me the project is in Tottenham Bread itself. Then that's fine. Other than that, I think we need to stop making excuses. We need to start working in our communities if we want to serve the people. We should not wait to come 2 years from now. Like somebody on the show, I don't want to call her name, they are doing a lot of work in the district. They are not, it's not because, in fact, Sarah election has passed, we are always suggesting, you need to go run. You say, I'm not ready yet. So you're doing it ahead of time so that you can be pointing to things that you have done, not things that you will do. You be giving poor parable. So I just think Mr. Cole Williams need to start working in the county, in the district. And I think he need to also be much more relaxed in talking. I know it hurts. Putting your money, your resources. Imagine you have been speaking serious true or in the country speaking Geo, just thinking that you will win, then you will win. So I know it hurt, but brother, that's it. District 8 lawmaker was defeated 4 times, and today is the lawmaker of District 8. Mafati have been through it. Gobasebo have been through it. You got a lot of comrades. You have to take courage and talk like a reformed elected candidate. Thank you.
Thank you.
Virgin,
Mr.
Mavasin na TV or bow. Virgin Mavasin TV or
Mavas,
bow.
take us
So,
home on
so
this.
Junior, before Mafasin takes us home, let me make this disclaimer here and clarify. You know, this platform is based in Booyah. It's a Booyah platform, a Nima platform, and then Liberia platform. This is for the people of Booyah. We love our people. We respect our people. I mean, Booyah is the center of everything. I just want to publicly say here that the statement from Mr. Williams about 90% of our people being alcoholic, he said it, and we don't agree with that as an institution. We want to say that's something that he should take back or retract that statement. It doesn't represent us in any way, shape, or form. We denounce that. We don't agree with that. So I just want to make that clear. Even though our host was trying to make some clarification there, he's not in any way backing Mr. Williams for his statement. He said it was. He said 90% of our people were alcoholic. He also used the word zombie from a metaphorical position, right? Using it as a metaphor. I think I came in there. I tried to explain that. But as far as the 90% goes, that's not Booyah. I know Booyah. I know our people. I work there. I live there. I spent some time there. I don't know where that data came from. So I just want to publicly say here that on behalf of the platform, we apologize to the people of Booyah for such statement from our brother. He's frustrated from the election, and I know he will retract that. And we ask that he come back on here or maybe anytime in the future to retract that statement. It doesn't represent us. So I just want to make that clear. Mavassin, you can go ahead. I know you relate to that in so many ways. So take us home.
I know it's comical somehow the way I've become a reference point when it comes to defeat. But and Shadrach said my defeat was bad. I don't know whether there's any good defeat anywhere. Once you are defeated, you are defeated.
The man said he wanted to counter play or second play at least.
There's nothing bad but defeat. But here is how defeat is. Defeat is not anything bad. Is something that presents you a license to know what was done and what was not done and what needed to be done. And it puts you in a position to study the future more candidly and understand what were you to do and not to do. I think to have the mind and the will to accept it and prepare yourself better defines your personality. And there is this adage that says, when the rising is not on you, you don't know how it hurts. With you want to even take acts to open your rising on human being. And you feel the one who is crying from rising is making noise because, you are not the person and you don't know their pain. Such is the case with election, voting processes, and how it works in our country. It's quite unfortunate. I know Cole is venting out his experience in an angry way, but when you participate and you know yourself, like someone was talking about, you have to start working 15 years earlier. I would tell you for a fact, today's activities give our people a better memory than things that have happened in the past. And so, those things happen. But I want to say it was a fun show. My only word of caution to the candidate is that what has happened has happened. He's still one of the sons of the district. He should take responsibility. He should know that the development and growth of the district should be a collective process. And he being one, he should not take the defeat in a negative way. He should see it as his introduction to the process. There are people who have participated in elections countless number of times and yet remain resolute. And there were times that they have their day. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf was defeated by Charles Taylor. She came back and defeated George Weah. Lorena made mention of the current representative of District 8. Samiana was beaten, I think, 3 or 4 times. And this going election, you told me, you said, look, my man, I've been defeated plenty times. They beat me this time. I think that's the end of it. And gracefully, he won his elections. And today he's the representative. The current president of AfriCoast, Alassane Ouattara, was defeated countless number of times. And I mean, building the immunity against defeat defines the man in you. He remains steadfast, he remains focused, he went for it. Today, men are crying his name. And that's how the political process works. So when their time has come, no one will tell you. When God approves you for that particular time, no one will stand in your way. So he should not allow the process to discourage him. He should not allow the process to make him to make statements he will regret in the near future. He should know that multiple candidates, one winner at a time. This time was not for him. Who knows? The next time could be his. And one thing I wouldn't want us to do is to be a party to the process and use a statement to beat him to the point where he will be seen negatively in his own community as it appears. Leaders speak at times in context. And if you can't understand the context, then you take it in a contrary way. I remember Ellen Johnson Sirleaf talk about leveling the Marshall Dam and it will be rebuilt, but people could not internalize a statement and understand what context you were speaking to, and there were negative interpretation assigned to a statement, which made things somehow difficult. But yet, I mean, that was the time. So I would say such a time, such a situation. He's speaking out of his experience, and I wouldn't want to beat on him for that. I just want to tell him to take courage. There is always a tomorrow. He may not have won this one, but tomorrow he could win. He still has future. His first introduction, he came fifth. Other people went distance serving. Other people were in the election who equally put in their time and resources, but was getting 0 or near 0. At least he was fifth among 9. So he has done something. He has had a fair and perfect introduction to the process. He should continue. He should let go his emotions and the frustrations and everything and continue to work. And on the overall, thank you all. It was a great show.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
We knew you were going to relate to that perfectly because you got that. Nothing beats experience.
Musa coming back for you.
Go ahead, John.
So it was really a good show tonight. I would like to say thank you to our crew at the radio station there who helped us to relay the show tonight. Thank you to all of you who have been following on Facebook and YouTube. Get you guys tomorrow.
Adios.